Big Wednesday, Priya. Stream's gonna start soon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start the show. Poof, welcome everybody. Getting everything set up, give me a second. Might take a second. That should be good. Let me get the music bumping. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Happy Big Wednesday. Activate. I need a bop. Let me look at the options. Like this. I'm gonna pick another banger. Like this is a banger. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. One time for your favorite night elf in all of Azeroth. Give me a second. Bluey. All right, be seated, everyone. Be seated. Big show today. Well, yeah, big show, short show. Big show, short show. I got errands I have to take care of. Today I was working on my Master Zen garden in the yard. Big things. Today we're gonna have. There's one thing I'm gonna guarantee from this point forward, from streams forward. Everyone ready? Huddle in, everyone. Team chat. Mic 1 2, are we live? Bluey, Priya, are we live? Check 1 2, 1 2 3 in chat if we're live. First things first. Drum roll, please. Whenever I stream, I'm just gonna have fun. Bluey gets to pick movie night tonight. Bluey, I'm going to give you a front row seat right here. Front row seat. So, also, final announcement. We're going to keep playing Hardcore Classic Warcraft. We're going to keep playing Rocket Racing. And who knows, there could be even more mystery games tonight. Who knows? Yeah, Bluey's having a good time. And if we had, what's it called? The Steam Deck, which I'm going to get a Steam Deck. I'm going to ask Santa for a Steam Deck so that I can just, because I don't, like I noticed when at the other stream setup, I hated having to worry about laugh track, applause. Also, I know that the speakers are going right into the condenser mic, but it's okay. It's okay. We're in the building phase. Even today, like when I was like working in the damn yard, I mean, I loved it actually, but I kind of usually work till exhaustion where I'm like, okay, worked for like, you know, and then today I got big things I'm going to do, but I told myself, you know what? Sometimes we're going to do just like in pizza. Sometimes you don't want to eat a whole pizza. What do, guys? You get the Bagel Bites pizzas. You get a smaller version. So I thought, well, you know what? On days like where I'm going through a lot of growth and a lot of change and this and that, sometimes doing these like small streams or like low expectations, like even if you leave me to my own devices, I think Priya knows this, I will just dance. I've done that before when I used to go to like raves and dance parties. I don't do that anymore unless there's like it would have to be for a big reason, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I would never go to one again, because I've gone, every time I go to public places and dance, I tell you that's the quickest way that I make friends or connections, but I've done it a few times. I've done it at the local farm fair, because I'm friends with the one lady that like raps and sings and she gets paid to be there, and she always tries to get me on the set or whatever, but I don't know, I try, like for me, I write my stuff for fans of Warcraft and all that, and for nerds. What I was gonna say too, but yeah, I was thinking, you know what? I'm not going to worry about, this is kind of, it's all real talk. Anything I do is real talk. I know how to say this. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. If anything, even if things are totally scuffed, I'm not going to worry about it because I'm only streaming till 2 today. And it's 12:20, so we have an hour and 50 minutes or 40 minutes left. And I can technically end before that if I want. Like I say, there's no pressure to go all the way to 2. We already know I did a 15-hour stream, 12-hour stream, 13-hour stream, 15-hour stream. Even the one night, I remember a few nights ago, I was getting in a grind in Warcraft, and I played it like sometimes because I could get over those hurdles of where you're like, oh, this is such a grind, because I'm at level 38 now. And soon, if we focus before Christmas, we could get a mount. We could get our level 40 mount. Let's make that the goal. By Christmas, level 40 mount. Let's set the bar low. How about this? I'll let you guys get it out of your system. It's good. Get it out of your system. Bluey said he really is, he's, one second. If I'm going to tell Bluey jokes, let me, get this. Like I said, hopefully by Christmas we'll have a Steam Deck. We will. I'll manifest it. Because, not applause. It's okay. We're having fun. Oh, and if anything, let me try another type of laugh. What is this one? No, it's the same. Okay. And what's funny is, like I say, if I don't have things set up properly, when you're doing production, it takes you, they're like, what was the joke? Bluey says nobody cares anyway. Well, I used to always say that's why you sit back there, but now you have a front row seat. Yeah, Bluey's front row today. I would move the camera, but the camera almost died last night too. I was in a bad mood yesterday. Well, I mean, I've just been like dealing with stuff, but it's okay. Today we're keeping it positive. We're gonna rest and restore. Like I say, I was doing yard work today. I'll probably be doing more of that. I might go on a run. Like, I already got a good sweat in this morning, but maybe I'll lift some weights, do some sadhana. But I decided that sometimes what I notice, like I say, I'll get on this real talk subject, but like I say, there's no rush. With streaming, I noticed that on one level, excuse me, my voice is breaking. On one level, it can cause a certain level of anxiety. And real quick, for anyone that goes, oh, how's their anxiety streaming? First off, do you guys know who Conan O'Brien is? He used to do the late night show. And guess what? Well, me and Bluey at night, we watch documentaries about Michael Jordan, Conan O'Brien, Conor McGregor, anyone that I consider that has achieved anything great for a certain period of time. But Conan O'Brien talks about that. Well, he was telling the whole story about how he got the late night show. And get this, I'll show this little tidbit. There was like 2 things I learned from watching this one podcast. The way that it actually raveled out was like he was totally like a newbie and a novice and this and that. And it was totally like a left field type of thing. But he said that the anxiety that you get, whether it's you do comedy or you're an actor or you're a dancer or you do performance, especially like think about that, even if you're like, oh, I'm getting paid $50 million to do this like movie, you have to show up, be cool, know your lines. What do you know? That day the director could be like, you got your lines wrong, or say like this more, like in Entourage they have an episode that's a joke about that where he keeps telling Vince more intensity, and like it's a great season, but then Vince ends up like I think he like leaves and comes back and this and that, but one of the other actors starts stealing his lines and things like that too. But to get back on subject about streaming, it can cause a certain level of anxiety, because the thing too is, like, even for me, I have sometimes anticipatory anxiety. Like, it's like if you have a boxing match coming up, you're like, you know, you get those nerves, and I've been like settling in certain things. But yeah, but it's about, because sometimes I tend to think very grand. This is great in life, but I think in life, achievable small goals are sometimes better. Even like, for instance, playing Warcraft, that's why I usually don't pay attention to anyone in the guild anymore or all chat, because I've been learning the game on my own. No, somebody can teach you the game, but at the end of the day, you have to play it. You have to learn it. You can't rely, like, just like Ms. Kip with Emeru, like, you can't rely on having a priest there all the time. But I play the game very intense because I only rely on NPC guards, and I didn't even, lately I do that just because it's a funny exploit with at the North Point towers. And Booyah falling in water last night was hilarious. But just for me, setting more achievable, smaller goals, because like I already know, like, I'm, you know, with certain things, not everything, very talented. Because I know with Valorant, if I were to just focus on Valorant and start tryharding that again, but lately I enjoy Valorant more because I just, like, I queue up and I don't care. But if I made a whole stream series like, oh, Dave's gonna try to get gold, well, sometimes that can be hype, but sometimes it can cause anxiety or pressure, because then you're like, you can get pissed off or a million things. Another example of anxiety, while we're just on the subject, well, today I knew there was a lot of things I have to do, this and that, and been having trouble sleeping lately, but last night I slept pretty good. But yeah, today we're getting into a vibe. Feeling pretty good. Like I say, whenever I start dancing too, it makes me feel good in my body, get loose. But I'm gonna set the bar low. If anything, anytime, like I say, I'm not gonna like plan the stream every day, this and that. If I feel like it, and I'll just do these tight little pocket, maybe these 1 to 3 hour streams, and unless it's something special. If it's like Christmas Eve and there's like hype, I'm gonna log in for like 8 to 12 hours or whatever. But otherwise, I'm just gonna do these tiny little bits, and then that'll keep it that I can sustain it. But yeah, to bring this all full circle, like about the Conan O'Brien anxiety thing, he talks about that he had so much anxiety with and he said in a sequence of 3 days, he had to open for Johnny Carson, like, whoever, David Letterman or something. It was like Jay Leno or David Letterman like had introduced him the one day, and then he was a writer on Simpsons. And think about this too, for me, the only way I can relate to that is writing my rap lyrics, or the Booyah the Night Elf series. It will exhaust you. It's one of the most exhilarating things, writing something, because like every day with Booyah, I'll tell you guys my process, and it works. I'm gonna do it this week too. Once I take care of all these like responsibilities I have to, we're gonna get to it. Like for episode 10, I already have episode 10 filmed. I just need to edit it, and then I need to do the voice acting. But Conan O'Brien also did voice acting. But writing comedy script, it's like, for me, well, I try not to plan too much. They say the best writers, you don't plan too much, and you just write. And you can worry about the whatever later. Just try it. If it lands, if it does, if it doesn't, it doesn't. But for me, I just make it that it's like, I do care if it's good, but I just make it that it's like a page. Write it out real quick, like, or I just start with yo, you know, it's your favorite night out, Booyah. That's kind of like what the whole show is. Or it's supposed to be like an MTV type show, but for Warcraft. Because I put music on there. I still have so many freaking songs to release, like 10 Warcraft songs. But you know what? If anything, it'll build the hype leading up to Christmas. Because I could just release the Christmas songs and this and that and be like, here's the whole album, here's the whole thing, do a few music videos. There you go. And like I say, soon too, well, Priya knows this, I'm going to be wearing my own merch very soon. And I'm only going to wear my merch like 99% of the time in life. Like, I'm just going to be swagged out my own merch. Or it's got to be like dope Blizzard merch like this. But a lot, like, if anything, well, I was debating like even deleting my Instagram. Because I don't care about fake, phony stuff. I don't care about all that stuff. And if anything too, like I said with the stream, there's one thing today that I'm practicing too. Coming back to the anxiety thing, but whenever you have anxiety for something, there's always solutions in life. Where it's like, you have this problem, there's always positive solutions. So, there was something, I got a little off track, but with Conan, this and that. But yeah, I got. Oh well, one thing I know a perfect transition. This is the perfect transition, and I remember what I was going to say because it was about the Conan O'Brien, the anxiety. But now I'm doing these things that make it that I don't feel the anxiety. I remember, and then we'll get to Yogananda. A few of the things that I do now is, well, first I have like my water. I have like my vitamin water right here. We'll fill this up before we play a game. And well, yeah, I had thought this today with streaming. I might start streaming yogic sadhana. And I am a certified yoga instructor. I spent 2 years of my life studying it, but every day I practice it. And it's been helping me a lot lately to get back to my core. And I've done it every day for like the past 5 or 6 years. Shambhavi Mahamudra. And this book, The Autobiography of a Yogi, was a book that actually when Steve Jobs passed away, he gifted everyone a copy. That was friends, families, connections, this and that. But I did think that, you know what, because sometimes, okay, this kind of really all comes full circle. Because whether it's the Instagram or my YouTube videos, and yeah, I know a lot of my content, it's supposed to be, what is it called, satirical or like a satire that, because I think a lot of like, I don't know, like it's like sometimes I'm memeing and I'm being like self-conscious. But lately I want to like, the only time I'm going to be like that now, I'll give you guys a little bit, some spoilers. When it comes to Booyah the Night Elf, there's some really deep investments that I'm making. And the next time, like I'm going to do a episode very soon. Episode 10 will come out soon. It's going to be plugging the t-shirt, and I'm not going to spoil the story element of it. But I'll improv it that day, record it, and I already have all the footage because I directed in my head. I'm kind of like Jay-Z with creative things. But something I thought about that I want to do, oh, thank you, Priya. Something I want to do with yoga on stream, because sometimes, it's like streaming or content, it's always about like, wow, this and that, blah, blah. I think sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's good for just like even the other day I saw some like very poorly made videos that someone was showing me. But it was funny though. It made me laugh. I think things are worth creating if they bring joy. And then sometimes you have to just ignore the negativity. And now I remember the one thing that it was that I was doing this in the old stream setup too when I was starting to get some success. Even Priya said some of these streams I'd have like 8, 9, 10, 15 people watching. The one day I had people donate like $150 to me cumulatively. I love that. We're going to get back to those vibes. But like I say, this stream will always be about fun, good vibes. When I'm streaming too, just so you guys know this, I don't pay attention. I have it all blocked now that I don't see, all I see is chat. I don't see how many people are watching. And also, well, I was recording a clip of this rant, but let me stop recording that so I don't take up all my hard drive space. But we should consider this more like, I kind of want this to be like almost like a Joe Rogan podcast where it's like no bullshit, straight to it. Even with the light dance show, I'm just going to open the show every day with a light dance show. Get that out of the way, get my body loose. Sometimes I do it not even like, it's not about people looking at me. I'm sure, well, I've been dancing for so many tens of thousands of hours. It's look, no music. Still, it's just like in Valorant. Oh, I'm not in a ranked match, but I can show you guys the skills. Speaking of which, we're definitely probably gonna play some Valorant tonight. But because I do love Valorant, I love the rocket racing. But yeah, I decide that's another thing. I never want to see the numbers. Like, let's even say right now, 10,000 people were watching. Unless, like in chat, I'll get all the things that'll give me notifications for new subscribers. But I only want to know donations, positive messages. All negative messages will get banned by a moderator, removed. For someone that is that we know, they'll get timed out. But then if they repeat it, then they get kicked out. But that's just part of, we need to stand for, especially in the times that we live in and everything me and Bluey have been through and otherwise in life. We need to stand for love, justice, virtue, beauty, pure things: love, justice, beauty, passion, commitment, integrity, love, friendship, and persistence, unwavering persistence. Okay, so, and also on, you having fun today, Blue? Yeah, Blue said he's starting to get more comfortable, but he said, hey, can we get to, Bluey said, hey, Priya. He said, can we see some video games already? Bluey, well, I'm not going to be mean to Bluey. We're going to keep it positive. Bluey can make jokes, though, because jokes are funny. We won't be mean to Bluey. Bluey, we're all positive now. So, like I say, how are we doing on time? 12:35. See, what's crazy is when you're talking about things that are vulnerable to you or whatever, it can feel like you were talking for an eternity. Thank you, Priya. I was gonna read a passage, and when I say I'm going to. Let me turn off the LED glow sticks. Let me put them down. Be right back in 1 second. And let me fill my water. Hang tight, guys. Let me play a little music. Hang tight. All right, we're back. Just got a little water. That's another thing too, because I notice a lot of streamers, part of streaming is talking. And whether it's comedy or this or that, actually effective communicators, but sometimes you just have to practice talking. Sometimes I'm in social situations, I'm usually very calibrated, but I don't know, it depends on the environment. Everybody in different environments. Like I thrive, if it's like a party, that's the environment I thrive in. Like for me, that's like, I don't know, a certain thing or a lot of things. I also meditated things. I immediately go very I can quickly, believe it or not. Well, ironically, that is part of a yoga. Very active people can become part of your sadhana or your yogic practice. But yeah, as I told Priya today, is that Junior? Namaste, Junior. Hey, what's up? Junior, the racing legend. What's up, man? We were just talking about things. I can update you on the last 20 minutes of rambling. The last 20 minutes, we did an LED light dance show, which we might do another in a few minutes, just one more, and then I might get into some games. It's a short stream. It's 12:38 p.m. on the East Coast. In an hour and a half, I have to swing by and take care of some errands today. It won't take long. Getting a leaf blower and all this stuff. Been working in the yard today. What was I going to say, Junior? Yeah, I was watching Junior's stream yesterday, and I noticed Junior. Yeah, I love your racing streams. I noticed you were playing that zombie game. How you doing, man? Yeah, the racing legend, Junior. Yeah, I like Junior's stream. I realize that I need to keep I've been streaming on and off for a long time. Even, you know what's crazy is a lot of time, this is crazy. You know, when I play Valorant offline, and I usually just, well, lately I've been playing it online, and I've been playing amazing. I'd like to play some Valorant tonight. Who knows, maybe we'll do Team Deathmatch before I go take care of the stuff I gotta do today. Well, lately I've been craving to play a lot of games. Like I said, one thing we're updating Junior, that I'm only going to stream things that I'm having fun doing. Or if it's for like an event or something, or if it's a Christmas Eve stream, but I'm going to try to do smaller, more compact streams. Because I like, unless it's something special and I want to stay up. But I want to try to like take care of my health more in general. Because sometimes I push my own limits so much, and I've had a lot of changes and transitions going on. Yes, Rust, but on a PvE server with zombies. That sounds so cool. You know, someday, Junior, well, one of the games, what do you call it, how there's cross-platform, cross-country, we should play a game together sometime. But like I say, right now I have so many big transitions going on. We could schedule that for either January of next year or this Christmas break or something. That would be awesome. But also, yeah, you saw me. I came in yesterday. I had your stream up. I was going through some stuff last night. I also wanted to take a second. I'll just say that even though, well, someone was negative in chat here last night, and I was upset about some things I've been going through. Had a loss in the family recently. My uncle. Like I say, normally I probably won't talk about that type of stuff, this and that, but just want to apologize for even when people are mean to me or say rude things to me, I need to start I let it upset me or whatever, or I was rude back. Want to apologize if that person, what's kind of funny is they stayed subscribed to the channel, I think, but even if not, it's okay, wish them well. In the future, I'll try not to respond that way, because I want to keep this a happy, healthy, loving place. And even like I say, nobody's perfect. We all grow and learn. But, I can learn from people like Junior. Junior, you're an awesome streamer. You know what I say is, well, there's probably things that, like I say, lately I try to, go to ignorance before saying I know why something. But I know part of the reason, or I can speak from my own testimony, part of why I noticed that you're pretty popular on your stream, because you get pretty good numbers. You definitely should keep doing it. It's like even with the racing, you're very invested and you're focused. I can see when you're streaming, like whether you're racing or playing the zombie game, you're good vibes to all your friends and teammates, and it's a vibe. I like it. Like I said, last night I had your stream up at the place. It was a vibe. I was like cooking dinner, this and that. Oh, thank you, Junior. Thank you. I appreciate that. And okay, you know what? I will say something that, like I said, I can talk about some things and not. Today we're going to keep things positive and happy, which is good. Like I say, it's good to be comfortable to talk about the uncomfortable things. But I was going to say part of why that's been hitting me a certain way is this is actually really interesting. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to write a reminder because I'm gonna when I go on this rant, it'll be a quick rant. It's about Dark Moon Fair after I talk about my Uncle Jim, or we called him Doc. We called him Doc. Kind of like Bugs Bunny. Oh, I can hear the birds outside. Beautiful. We called him Doc, my Uncle Jim. So I come from a family of musicians, actors, comedians. I can give some accolades. Like my cousin Clayton, his name's Clayton Fletcher. He's on YouTube. He's a professional comedian in New York. Him and his girlfriend are they're loaded. They make so much money. I think he's a real winner. There's a lot of people in my family that are real winners. If I talk about that too much, it will kind of make me emotional, but in a positive way when you're just because I remember the energy of a different time. But my uncle, I even used to we're all performers, actors. And even to kind of share a little bit of inside stuff or whatever, that we would have family parties. Our family was known to always host family parties. And our family parties in the family I come from were always super hype. Because my parents, they'd always get us whatever the cool games or this or that. We got spoiled for a long time. That will make me a little emotional because my parents were really amazing, almost like too good sometimes, you know. But we would, for Christmas every year, the actors and performers, because everybody, you know, it's just like if it's comedians that are all friends, like on Saturday Night Live, we all were trying to like outdo each other, but we do these concerts, but sometimes like it was so popular for like a span of maybe 10 to 15 years, something like this. Even people in the neighborhood or friends of friends, we would pack the place. And I would perform. That's like, people probably, when they hear me rap, they're like, oh yeah, and then they hear me rap. Sometimes even people make fun of me at first when they hear my raps or this or that. But then on like the fucking 500th song, they're like, okay, actually Dave's kind of talented. Because like, even if I wanted to, it's so crazy. I had, someone say this to me. They say, I'm trying not to like give people's names or whatever. And we'll get back to talking about Uncle Jim, but they said to me, they go, Dave, why don't you just pursue professional rapping? I don't want to be around certain environments. I'm not saying I'm never going to do it, because like for instance, for my Warcraft Classic album, by the time next year, when it's like BlizzCon next year, I will have it that I can perform. I'm not stupid. When you don't have fans yet, I'll do like 1 or 3 songs amazing, like Last Wish, You Get a Buff, and like Not Gonna Die Tonight. And then have people go, oh my God, wow, you know. And by then I'll probably have like 100 more songs. As I ease into things and I get back into my own flow. And me and Priya were saying last night, you know the movie Austin Powers? Your mojo, baby. Like for a little bit, like I say, sometimes we lose our mojo and we gotta work back to getting it. But I'm getting back there. But back to Uncle Jim. And the parties. We used to have these epic parties, but I remember usually I would perform later in the night, because when you have a show, like ironically, okay, this is kind of a deep talk thing, and I'm going to read Junior's thing. I'm going to rant real quick and then read Junior's comment. When you go to a show or a concert, the headliner, as everyone knows, it doesn't necessarily mean they're the most talented. They're usually the most popular or the most hype. But I've done live shows for like fucking 10 to 20 years, and I've done in New York, I've done California, I've done all over Maryland. You want to go first. Because for me, if I'm a rapper, be first and be so fucking good that everyone after, they're like, we put the white guy back up, you know? But you know what I mean? Like, because I'm like, my raps are very like, I'm inspired by the best rappers ever. Eminem, Lil Wayne. I've listened, I've even heard the new stuff that's kind of shit. I like Lil Uzi Vert, and I like, there's a few good ones. But about the concerts, back then, they were like, no, let Davey go, like, last. Or sometimes, I didn't care, I didn't need to be last, but it was typically, I usually would open for headliners, because let's say, oh, my cousin Clayton, him and Uncle Jim and this and that are performing Christmas carols. So it's like, oh, let Davey get the crowd hype, and then the wholesome show or whatever. And sometimes I would do funny things, like I say, I don't want to rant too much in this direction. I'm not sure if you guys are, for me, it's like really interesting, because whenever we'd have families that would come over, or friends that would come over, they'd be like, no other families do this. But I'm sure they do. If there's families of musicians, let's say if it's all auto mechanics, they're all going to play on cars on Christmas. For us, and after we would perform, a lot of times I'd have anxiety all day about performing. I'd perform and people go nuts, and I'd have the clip of it, and I'd be like, feel good. Like it was like my old raps, and it would make me feel good. I'd review it. I'd be like, wow, I want to do this. I used to want to do that. But now I would only do it if people really wanted it, or I would do it just like one day I want to do comedy just to do it. But I make my live show sometimes, like once I get the Steam Deck with the laugh track, and when I'm doing that, I have this idea sometimes that I do want to make this kind of like a comedy show, or it could just be me playing a game, all of that. I'm going to finish about Uncle Jim and then read chat, promise. That with Uncle Jim, he just was like, well, he was amazing. Okay, this is kind of cool too. Uncle Jim and my Uncle Ashton, we called Uncle Ashton Maestro and Uncle Jim Doc. they had collaborated with like literally the legends of like jazz and this and that. I know Uncle Ashton had like played with like the Rat Pack, or he filled in like a bassist, or these different like famous things. Or it was like they had a band called I won't say their band name. But also, like I say, I have so many cousins that play. My cousin Ashton, we could even pull up on stream. Yeah, I could actually do that. Or no, it's a Neil Peart song, a tribute. He's the drummer of Rush or whatever. I can't play it on stream, but I can mute it. But he's a drummer. I'm a drummer. I'm a rapper, drummer. I played guitar for like 12 years. Even currently, I thought about, like, not even joking, people have no idea the talent I have. If I had an electric guitar and thing, if I had a PA system and a mic, I could do a live rap show right here. It's amazing. Sometimes when I'm around like another producer that knows how to work the levels, and I hear I sound good, I'm like, check 1, 2, and I just go like sometimes people are like, just spit a cappella, but I will admit I can, but I usually rely on the beat, because when I feel the beat, the beat tells me the song. But yeah, we would perform, and like him passing away, it was just kind of like, lately I've been feeling this intense to relate it to my anxiety and what I've been feeling lately with just change in life and all of this. And like, you could say fears and doubts and worries and all these things. But a part of it's just been this like pressure on me of like, we always set the bar so high, like in the family. Because, for instance, if we were playing like tennis or ping pong, well, what's crazy too is I'm not trying to brag, and I'd be willing to prove this on live stream, because I could get a ping pong table here. I am so good at ping pong, because we used to do tournaments. Like, look, here's my like form, okay? Like, and I know this stuff too, where it's like in ping pong, I could even get a ball here, but it's like people play ping pong wrong. Here's Phoenix from X-Men. The way, because you can cheat serve and go like that. You have to throw it up like that. You throw it up like that and hit it on the way down if you're playing like professional ping pong. But I'm so good at ping pong, there's one person that has ever rivaled me, even fucking close, and it's my brother-in-law, Filbert. Him and I, there was one night that was a legendary night that Priya knows about, that Filbert, it was funny because it was like, I don't drink alcohol anymore, but back then in college I did. And we'd be drinking this and that. But me and Filbert, we got into a match of ping pong that because like I had one, he had one, but then it got to a point where he just started winning. And Filbert would like, I can do an impression of like when Filbert celebrates. And sometimes I do this stuff, but it can really like egg you on, because he'll be like, ah, like he makes that noise. He goes, ah. Like he like acts like a maniac, and especially like when we'd have friends over, we call it guys night or whatever. Phil would be like, he'd be like, oh, 3 in a row on baby. And like normally I could beat everybody. And Filbert, normally like me and Filbert were close, but I'd like come out on top. There was tons of stories like that. But Filbert, he one night just had my number. Like literally, I'd be hitting a perfect shot like that, returning like this, and then he just was like, it's like when you play against Federer versus Andy Roddick or something. Like the Federer that night was just on, and like no matter you're trying. And I've had like handfuls of experience like that in whether it's basketball or, because normally most people are not. They see me warming up, like that's my basketball. Like they see me warming up and they're like, okay, I'm not gonna beat that guy. It's even funny too, because usually people that are like ballers, they see me just like hitting shot after shot after shot, and people like, I hear them even talk about me sometimes, and I don't want to like brag or go into that. But usually people go, damn, like damn, white boy kind of nice, like people are always like, damn. Here, let's read chat. Let me cover that. So Junior said, play Fortnite and not play Valorant yet. Sorry about your uncle. Outside racing, when I stream, it's always something I like to stream because I do it with my friends. It's cool to hook up with my friends in Silver City, New Mexico, and the UK all at once. Your rap songs are my favorite, Priya said. Always do what makes you happy to stream. My community is mostly racers, and tell them that streaming other game is because I like them, and a lot of my community end up playing with me instead of racing. Oh. Yeah, I am always thinking my race can be unsubscribed because of my other stuff, but it's great to see how welcoming everyone is. Not everyone will enjoy it. I get that on my channel, but they understand I enjoy it. And if I am enjoying something, it comes out on my stream. Do what makes you happy, Dave. 100. That, yeah, actually, wow. That actually for a second kind of choked me up in a good way. That is, and sorry, like I say, today I knew I was going to be in a little bit of a ranty mode, but I'm feeling a little positive, and I did hard work today. This is something too. I bet Junior will get this. Like, as a man, I know I guarantee you, because like lately I've been like, okay, I'm going to get into the yoga talk now. I'm getting into the yoga talk. But it is true, like, as a man, whether it's like you lift weights or like you sweep or you fix a car or you like work on it, it doesn't matter. People think it's about this or that. It's just about doing something. It can give a man, it's almost like you get this, like, I don't know if it's like an adrenaline release or like even today, I was like, I will work until I fatigue, and then when I fatigue, Filbert taught me, switch to the other side. For instance, even in ping pong, someone that doesn't win at things, like, if they're like, I'm tired, well, first off, play more ping pong, because you're not conditioned. But even if you, let's say, oh, I just won 10 games in a row, go left. Go left. It's like people. It's almost like in driving. Like if someone they're like, oh, I don't know how to drive manual. Practice. Like you said, let's get on the practice. People they make a conclusion before they even try things. But I loved what you said, though, about your community, because, for instance, well, you know what, playing with trick shot, I want to do more of the racing game with trick shot, and, oh, bro, Junior, you should get Rocket Racing. I wonder if we could play Rocket Racing cross country. But that was really nice what you wrote. I really liked what you wrote, because that's valuable, too, actually. I'll take a screenshot of that just because... I want to read that later. That could be good motivation later. But I can remember things. Like, I really tried to internalize positive things. And today, like I said, I set a good schedule for myself where, some of the things I don't mind talking about with my anxiety, because, like, I think not talking about it adds to the anxiety. But then talking about it, then you know what? If anything, I don't think anybody thinks I'm perfect by any stretch of the imagination. If anything, because I'm so authentic, some people, genuinely, like they say, everybody's crazy, but it's like different types of crazy. And like, because you could be crazy for God and a very beautiful person, which I am. But for me, I worship God in the form of a linga called Devi, but I also worship the God within everyone. That's why we namaste. Priya knows that. And I like that Junior says namaste now as well. Talking about Filbert, the guy I used to play in ping pong, he even knows, because, well, a lot of people, believe it or not, I think it was really cool when I did get yoga certified. But when I first was becoming a yogi and like meditating for long hours, and I also, yoga will get you fit, bro. That's something too. Like even lately, I haven't been lifting as much because I lifted for like 5 years nonstop, this and that, and your body just gets fit. You know what I mean? Then if you move around, and I think just a lot of it's about using your muscles. It gives you a good feeling. Feels good in your body. But rocket racing is so good. But Filbert, we say namaste because I would say to people, I'd be like namaste, and in Hindi you'd say aapke se hai. But I'll be like namaste, and Filbert, we'd always say namaste, namaste. But we say like namaste every day. Because Filbert come in, he'd be like namaste, namaste. But it was like a joke, but it was funny because we made a joke, people started doing it. And I'm like, yes, I don't care why people do it, because they're saying, oh, I bow before your soul, or I see the divinity in your soul and I bow before that. You're not, like, it's even funny too, because you could bow before, like Sadhguru says, ignorance. But yeah, and I like what you said, do what makes you happy, because, okay, paying tribute to Doc and Maestro and all the current comedians, actors, and people fighting the good fight, like, whether it's anything, you know, and friends too, Junior, Priya, Dennis, Ethnic, that one day that Ethnic guy donated money to me, and that was really encouraging, because that day I was kind of just so discouraged. I had been streaming Warcraft for like 8 hours, and like what's amazing is Priya's amazing, you know, she's so supportive. But sometimes, like I say, that adds anxiety to me because then I'm like, I think, oh, I have to be like good for everybody all the time. But Priya knows, okay, like Priya can attest to this. I am nonstop. I am nonstop. Like, and I do when I have been trying to relax. First off, relaxing can be hard for me because I like to do, and I feel like, oh, I'm not getting any younger, and I have to like prove the doubters wrong. And it's funny because I've already done things. Priya tells me that every day. She's like, baby, she's like, your Booyah episodes are better, like the 7 or 8 or 9 episodes you did. And she goes, I know episode 10 is going to come out. You keep saying it. She goes, I know it will. It doesn't matter when it comes out. But she goes, what you've already done is so creative and awesome. She's like, you don't need to do anything else. And I'm like, I'm going to, but she gets it. That I make it my life. Like people think, like even like it's like, I'll tell you my genuine day to day. It almost like choked me up again. My genuine day-to-day was getting up early. I take a cold shower, hot shower, sadhana. So I do Shambhavi, or lately I've been doing, Surya Kriya. And then usually I get myself hyped up. I'll listen to some music that gets me hyped up. It could be Eminem. It could be, something that's going to hype you up. And then I like to get to work, or like I like to have a goal. So for instance, like I even yesterday, like basketball. So let's say, oh, it's nice out. I go check the weather, and I'm like, oh, let me go get a basketball video. And I'll tell you, some of the most fun I've had. I am gonna, trust me, next year I could get famous on YouTube next year with basketball. That's a spoiler because I go to basketball games privately all the time now at the college and otherwise. I've gotten really good where I pretty much was equal. I would say me and a Division III player were equal. Like how I said before about I don't lose to things a lot. In basketball, I've only lost a few times, and I've beat like everybody at least once at the courts. But one time there was a Division III guy there that plays college, and he had a big fro, and I could tell he was kind of like swagged out. And I like what's crazy is I'm an empath. So what that pretty much means is, especially if I talk to somebody, I feel out the energy of their soul, and I can not talk to somebody, and I can download about them because I can be like, I see like literally like I say, this sounds so crazy. Just this, if I just see somebody's flick, it's almost like seeing someone's aim in Valorant. Real quick, I can be like, oh, this person's been playing for this amount of time. And I can just be like, oh, they're better than me, they're worse than me. It's just a quick size up. But for me, it's not an ego thing, it's just awareness. Because like for instance, like now I normally don't play basketball, like unless it's 50 or like pickup games that are like free for all. Intense, like, because I played in a lot of like the 5v5 games. Oh, I'll tell you, I got a story for you guys. Let me remind me to tell a basketball story, and then also Dark Moon Fair basketball story. I have I want to document this. I want to share this basketball story. Let me read, actually I can read on here too, I'm sorry. Let me do this. There's always too much negative vibes around everyone's life, no matter the circumstance. Just know if not for the darkness, light could not exist. There are later times and days for those in the darkness. Do you know, first off, I love that. I love what you just said. Second, there is a fortune cookie that I had once got. This is the type of memory that I have. I had got a fortune cookie that said like, and I think I have a book that says this too, but it said, when it's the darkest, the lights or the stars come out at night. That's when you can see the stars at night. And I was like, frick, like that reminded me of that. Wow. And another thing about what I love what you said, I told Priya this, and I've heard other people say this, but I agree with it. Negative energy is harder to do than positive energy. The reason people don't choose positive energy is because it's hard. And also to be positive about something, people tend to develop what I call like negative, and everybody like, it's like they develop habits of like not believing in themselves. Like I say, usually it's like, It's at some point in a person's life. Another thing too that I know about life, and it's something for why I do what I do, I feel like everybody has a dream in life. So this is something I'm about to talk about that should like stimulate anybody listening right now. That, because I think about these things all throughout the day. Everybody has had a dream in life. And I'll give you an example. I'll give from my personal storybook. I remember, for instance, I remember when I knew what I wanted to do with my life. There was a few times in my life at different points in my life where when I'd be video editing, or like I used to make these Spider-Man cartoons on like the old computers, and I would just sit there every day and for hours I'd make them before I had to like go to school or do whatever, and I'd rewatch it just to entertain myself, like Spider-Man being like, Dr. Octopus, and I'd make an episode. Sometimes I'd make like 10 episodes a day, and then people around the house or friends or whatever, they could watch my episodes. Like sometimes I'd go back to episodes I'd make. It's kind of like my Booyah'S series now or whatever. But I remember when I felt that. But I remember thinking, well, is that a job at that time? Because like the internet and everything was new. I was like, is that a job? Like video editing and putting it online? Because like YouTube wasn't even out yet. Like I said, I was making YouTube videos before YouTube. Because anybody that grew up with me remembers that. Oh man, Priya knows. I have stories. Because like I said, I remember when I first started rapping. It was a song I made joking around with a friend. And then it became popular because I actually had no intention to show anybody. And my friend Murph played it. He found, because he would play StarCraft on my computer, because he'd come over to play Soul Calibur on my Dreamcast. But he found my first rap song, and I still know how it goes. I can rap it right now. My first rap song went... You know what's crazy too is, well, I could play the theme that goes with it, but I could do it a cappella. And I'm going to censor it just to not use the expletives. But it was like, I once knew a guy, his name was Murph, he was one stupid A. I told that A to A, and he said A. So I said, come on, baby, you want a piece of Davy? I'll whip you like a Zergan and gravy. He said, you be A, don't get started, stupid A, I'll... A, yeah, it's no match. So A, da 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 da. Yo, Murph, I got something to say about this A. You A. You want a piece of this shit? I'll effing beat your ass in Soul Calibur and StarCraft. A little flat at the end. StarCraft. That would have been fine. But that was the first song I ever wrote. But it was a rap to the Bubble Bobble theme. Here, I'll play it right now. Like, this is so ridiculous. But it's part of my lore. Everybody knows this, the Bubble Bobble theme. It's gonna overlap because I have the speakers next to the condenser mic, but here it is. I once knew a guy, his name was Murphy, was one stupid A. I told that to A, and he said, so I said, come on, baby, you want a piece of Davy? I'll whip you like a Zergan and gravy. He said, you be A, don't be starting used to my A, I'll beat your L. Oh, it's no match, so suck my A, you stupid A. Well, Murph, I got something to say about this shit. You effing both of my you want a piece of this shit? I'll fucking beat your ass in Soul Calibur and That was fun. Billy, did you like that? Oh my God. That was fun. Thanks for letting me relive that, guys. Oh. Whew, we're warming up. We're warming up today. So we're gonna shift gears. I did want to tell a quick story. I'll make it quick because I want to get the show moving. We're already at 1:09. We got 50 minutes left to stream. This is kind of fun. This, believe it or not, streaming like this is a little more fun for me because it's kind of like a bit more authentic. It's like a conversation. And what's great is I have these intellectuals in here, such as Priya and Junior. Love it. But yeah, if anything, my art is really a dedication to, I spent most of my life being creative and funny and entertaining, and I get a lot of flack for it. I get a lot of freaking flack for it. Because it's different, this and that. But I started getting to a point where I'm just so resolved, and I have such a business mindset about things too. Like I said, I have a t-shirt out already, link in description, please buy one. But don't worry, I'm gonna be making my own here. But I just have, investment money next year that where we have the money, I'm getting the money. And I want to get to a point where I'm just printing them out here. But for now, we have it set up that my first t-shirt's out, but my second t-shirt, that one I'll probably print from here. I'll probably start my own, digital t-shirt printing. I want to do it here. Because then I can, direct profits, make it an actual business, this and that. I still plan to do that anyway. But for now, we'll use because like I say, I'll sell on Etsy and that other website that I'm linked up with. But there's a few things I wanted to share yet before I get into the yoga stuff. Just to give you guys a little preface of the direction I'm going to go in. I don't even know where I set the book. I probably brought it when I went to go get my drink. But I want to read a little bit from the autobiography of a yogi. I'm not going to snooze you guys to sleep. If anything, it's going to be some potent stuff. And it's going to follow the same philosophy where it's not like I'm going to say, I'm sitting here and reading the whole book from beginning to end. I'm going to read like a few pages. So, I'm literally going to be taking 5 to 10 minutes of your time that could arguably change your life. So let me get set up. We're going to play a little music, get a chai drink, get your blankie, get your bluey. Give me 1 second. We're back. So, hopefully everyone can hear me. So this book, And let me pull up this real quick just to make sure we're good. This book is called The Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. Okay? Also, this would be fun. I don't want to lose viewers, but do you want to hear some mantra? Ooh, I would love to do that. Like I say, sometimes, hey, I'm willing to lose viewers. I love sadhana. Oh, let me turn off the heat. Sorry, I'm always like hyper aware. So, this book. This book is amazing. So, let me give a little context. Paramahansa Yogananda, he's a realized master. And what makes him a realized master, you're probably saying? Well, this is a multifaceted question and a multifaceted answer. But following the stream philosophy that I'm going to stick to every moment of this stream as best as I can is just giving you the gist. So first off, Yogananda achieved Mahasamadhi, which is a conscious exit out of the body. You may be saying, Dave, what is this word samadhi? Samadhi actually translates to equanimous intellect. But it means that through years of, it doesn't mean years, but through prolonged sadhana, which is a spiritual practice or pursuit, because through meditation, which is breath focus and attention on ajna, the third eye, there are chakra points in the body, and you can activate, open, energize, but we already have these chakras. First off, with my only level of realization I wish to attest to from my own testimony, just like a Mormon would, that I had a spontaneous awakening. But I used to say it was my guru, Swami Shankarananda from Divine Life Church. He had corrected me because when I had met him, I said, I accidentally opened my third eye. He said, you accidentally did nothing. You consciously, or he said, you spontaneously. And I said, that makes more sense because it wasn't an accident. I was mimicking the Buddha. Because someone could go, well, how does that happen? Well, I was sitting in, it was ironically, my older brother moved out. And he did it unexpected, which it happens. But I was working a job I hated too. And I come home, all day, all I looked forward to was going in this dark room and just like meditating. I had like discovered it, like, what is it, inadvertently. Like I would watch documentaries on the Buddha. And then a part of me was like, ooh, like something in life, it's like the Matrix where like I followed the white rabbit, I followed the white rabbit. And then I'm the type of person, I'm like, ooh, a new game or this or that, let me go buy it or play it. Same with meditation. I'm like, oh, there's a third eye or there's this or that. I was like, let me explore. So, I mean, I had been doing it for weeks or months or I can't even remember, but I just remember it was the last computer studio setup I had. It happened there and I was on the ground, like just on the ground in Artha Siddhasana, I believe they call it. Just like, just meditative posture. And I can describe, some people, they refer to it as Kundalini awakening. I've started perceiving, like, it was actually almost like how I dream is extremely vivid. But I would see lights. I saw, like, purple, like, well, and they sometimes they recommend not talking about spiritual experience, but I can generally just give, because to me it's not a harmful thing in this context to share, but I've started perceiving light. I started perceiving light within myself, And I saw like blue and purple, but it was kind of like coalescing or like a river. It was like, that's the best way to describe it. Like an energy stream or like an energy river within. And I just, like how Priya says, enjoy the ride. I just kind of sat there with it. And then, but I noticed like I was kind of like what they referred to as like a samadhi or like a boundless type experience. I was like feeling all light and all bliss, almost like a heavenly like type of experience. And it was intense though, because like it was opening and it was like I was getting more exposed to more. And even every day, like I say, I still have some experiences happen every day that I can articulate, but they're very like, a lot of times experience, we can do as best as we can to articulate it. But just like in life, it's a feeling, it's an experience. When we share stories, people can either feel it or not. But if they don't have that, that's what I've noticed is the reason why most people, I don't get offended when most people don't understand me, because maybe they don't understand themselves. Maybe they've never gone deep with it. I mean, that's most people, is they probably haven't taken a little time just to take a deep breath or go in. Like that's even part of the anxiety I've had lately, is like sometimes I feel like I'm like a dancing monkey, but it's great. I love dancing, I love this, but the whole thing of entertaining or doing, but at the end of the day, you have to enjoy it. So lately I'm getting back to that, of like just purely being like no nonsense with it, doing something. But back to the realization, I even remember the first experience where it had happened, and the first thought I had when I was coming back to like my conscious brain, because I let the experience happen, because that's what they refer to as like samadhi type experiences. It's like no mind, no body, no mind. But one of the mantras that we have in Isha is I am not the body, I am not the mind. Not identifying with that, and by consequence anything else. Because when we identify, we suffer, and Buddha kind of said the same thing. But I had no spiritual master or teacher other than Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is another illumined master. If thine eye be single, thy whole body be full of light. Humble yourself, Christ said. He said, exalt others and humble yourself and you'll be exalted. Like, I always get the gist of Christ. I believe Christ too, kind of like what Junior was saying, is like love, or it's like loving what you do on any level. Love doesn't need to be defined, but it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's innate. It's sometimes a word, I don't necessarily like the word cerebral, but it's like esoteric, or it's not esoteric either. It's an experience. It's a feel, because like the thing too is sometimes like you can feel something and it can it's like I said, I don't know, like I know that about life, that you just know it or you know it. But same with the spiritual thing too, is the reason you do sadhana. Imagine that, like God, like what I consider our creator or God, he or she is not stupid, and it's beyond the gender, but it's both. It's both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the creative principle. Here, I'm going to drop some really trippy stuff on you guys. There's another book called by Neville Goddard called Your Faith is Your Fortune. But I study these things even last night in bed. I study the principles of it. But it talks about decreeing things and acting as if. One of the chapters is acting as if. So it's like, if you act as if you're likable, then people like you. There's a million examples I can give to this. If you act like with Junior with this racing, if you act like you're really good at the game, you're eventually going to get really good at the game. Because even if, like, let's say in your mental dialogue, people go through that where you're like, I know with racing, you got a million things you're thinking of. Because, like, when you get good, I know, like, Junior can probably get this. You could be just thinking about one corner the whole race. All the other turns, you're like, skirt. You're like, oh, that one corner always gets me. That, I was watching you the one day, but you're good. I was watching you. It made me, like I said, in Rocket League, I try to like drift, cut the corners perfect. Or what do they call that? Apex turning. Or the apex, I studied racing for a bit too. And I even, which is right in alignment with everything else I'm talking about, the best racers in the world deviate from the recommended drive path. And I know Junior knows this already. But what's his name? Lewis Hamilton and the best racers in the world, because what is logical is not always optimal. It's kind of interesting in life. I know that with racing too. Like sometimes being wide and cutting in early is better because everyone else is like, oh, I'm doing this perfect apex. And it's like, yeah, some turns you're going to want to do like that. Is there three guys in front of you? Let me push all them out of the way and just like it's angles. That's like in Valorant. Let me not just run in. Let me position. Let me angle. Like angles. Same with boxing. What is boxing? It's angles. It's angles, jabs, feints, combinations. All right, we're gonna get into the book reading, but it's fun to talk about these things. Like I say, instead of worrying about entertaining everybody and this and that, sometimes, like I say, it's fun for me to just rant and ramble. Like I said, I could have talked about the anime arc of Ping Pong more, because that was epic. And there was another story I wanted to tell about basketball. Yeah, I'll tell that, and then I'll get into the book and I'll feel closure. In basketball, when I go there and I get my shots and I'm learning this and that, eventually, you run into other people. And like I say, I always be friendly to people, but then people ask if you want to play. So I started playing with people. And for a while, it's fun. You're making friends, this and that. But I got to a point where I started kind of getting irritated with people, because people, their heart is not in things. I notice, I feel like they're wasting their time, a lot of people, because they don't warm up. First off, this is the difference between what I consider someone that's like a professional or amateur at competitive things. The professional, I can describe like what I do, or what I consider most dummies do, or we'll affectionately call sheep, like Baja sheep. Those are the ones that do what they're told. They do what they're told, and they're like, this is how you shoot a basketball. I'll give a one-on-one right now that'll save all of you time. I'll save all of you time. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that, Priya. Like even right now, I'll teach anybody watching right now, you're getting a free basketball lesson from White Mamba himself. First off, if you do sadhana, which once again is a spiritual practice or a yogic practice, so those are Isha wrist rolls. You exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Dribbling. So a lot of basketball, look, it's movement. It's also comfort in the body. Even just like I say, that may look silly to someone, what I'm doing right there. But I'm going to show you. I'm also stretching. With your feet, I can't show it right now. You want a little bit of, because you're going to be getting more power. Just like if you're in a boxing stance. If you're standing straight, you could, but if you have a little grounding, that's your foundation. That's your foundation. So I can give like a yoga instruction. Your right foot, the toes are right in alignment with the back heel of your left foot. So you're like this. So in basketball, it's about you going with the energy. So it's like, even if you see professional players, when they're kind of like doing that, or they have different rituals, they're getting into a feel, because it's a bounce. And the flick, like that's my flick, but I'll show you. It's like you bounce and you could be like warming into it, but it's like, in basketball, even if you get the ball from a possession, you can come down with it, but it's like when you're using all of your energy down, so you're doing a squat, you're jumping up and you're flicking, you're doing a flick, because you want it that at the end of your shot, you're instructing the ball what to do, and it makes it effortless. That like I know my shirt keeps coming up, but it's okay. Like I can show it over here. That's like. So but it's a big part of it. It took me half a year of playing every day, like 10 hours a day. Because I go there, like I said, when I started I got to a point where I told nobody, because I had nothing to prove at a point, but I just wanted to go and practice, just like I'm Bruce Lee. Like for me, just having a clear court, I can try different things. I can go behind the back, between the legs, shoot from any spot I want, not have distractions. I started telling people I'm not there. If they talk to me too much, what's really funny is I tell people I don't want to make friends. Like I told that to Miles or whatever. He like pulls his car over, this and that, and then he's like, no, like for me, he kind of reminds me of Kevin Hart, like, nah, and I'm like, please shut the fuck up. And I'm like there shooting and doing dribbling and this and that, and he learned like, like a lot of people, they play basketball their whole life. I started this year, and I'm like, I remember the day when he saw, because he'd see I'd be there all day, every day. And then, but a lot of people I notice, when you're that committed, they'll be like, what do you, but then once people, I almost became like a legend locally. If anything, I'm too popular, where when I go, I shoot my stuff, I get in and out. Spider-Man gets in and out. Because I'm not there to make friends. But I told him that one day. He started irritating me. He just was so annoying. Like, it was so funny. A lot of times people think socializing is, the whole time he was like, how's this person doing? How's this person doing? Where's this person? I'm like, bro, if you come the fuck outside and play here, ask them yourself. I was literally like, ask them your fucking self. That's a perfect opportunity for a laugh track. I said, ask him your fucking self. I was like, but then he was like, yeah, what do you do? What are you doing these days, this and that? And he goes, I see you training all the time, this and that. And I said, first off, I'm not going to tell, I'm not going to tell you. And he was like, why not, man? And I was like, because it's my fucking dream. And I said something like, I said, I'm not going to tell some dummy like you. I was getting irritated with them, but I was like kind of like giving that energy. And it's funny because I'm like shooting shots in his face and he's terrible. He's terrible. He's so goofy too. The way he dresses so stupid. I think some people think they look swag, but they just look kind of dumb. And like I said, I'm a professional. I'm there working. Sometimes I'll tell people I'm working. I'll be like, yo, what up? But then I'm like, I'm working. Because when people are like, yeah, do you want to know what's funny is the last time I played fives and this and that, I was so good that it demoralized, and they were the best players there. But me and this one player that's one of the best shooters at the courts that I go to. Him and I, well, it's funny. You put especially one or two other talented people on the same team as me. Like I said, I'm not trying to name drop too much, but it's like my one friend. It's like he kick it out to me, and I'm ready because I'm gonna get open. People are not gonna work as much as me in basketball. I'm kind of like Dennis Rodman and Michael Jordan combined, where it's like I'm or Kobe. I'm like pushing people even that are more that's not true as much anymore. But let's say they were even better. I've beaten people better than me just because of my hustle. Like I'll run for every ball, I'm going for every play, and then once you get good at like easy layups, being able to shoot from anywhere, and people know if I start getting comfortable in the 3-point zone, it's over. Because I'm like Michael Jordan, I'm just shooting everywhere. I'm just shooting all over the place. I thought about actually building a basketball court here. I'm gonna do it. Right now, I'm gonna just announce that now. But getting back to the one story, but it's like, I remember the one day, like, I won't use names again, but that was the last time I did like competitive play. And I'd only do that now if I was getting paid for a YouTube video, which will happen. But I remember, well, with the one story, the person that was annoying me, he's almost like, just like, what do you call it? One of those annoying fans. Because he's a fucking fan. He knew all the shit that I do. And I'm like, dude, you're just a fucking fan, but a hater. And then I told Priya, I said, once I learn in situations like that, I'm like, I'm never going to let somebody even, I said, next time I see that stupid motherfucker, I'm going to, like, you know what's funny is when I saw his dumbass pull up, I was getting my jacket and shit just to leave anyway. And he goes, oh, bro, he was like, bro, where are you going? Why are you leaving? And I was like, I said, I already shot my video. I'm going to go get a taco. And then he was like, bro, I want to know how you're doing. I miss you, this and that. I'm like, God damn. I remember, like, Priya always knows. I'm like, God damn, another one of these motherfuckers. But then now, usually, I just walk away. I don't fucking care. But that day, I entertained him. And then go figure, talking to this dumb motherfucker for 10 minutes. Then he started irritating me, but it was good. I put him in his place, and then what's so funny is I didn't know what he was going to say when I said what I said. And I remember he was like shocked, and he goes, oh, he was like, he goes, like he kind of backtracked, and I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. And I remember I even like put my jacket on, this and that, and I was like, all right, homie, I'm like getting out of here, this and that. Because like, for me, it's like, I don't got time I told him that too. This is what I said, I don't have time. I said, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to be your friend. Or like, no. Yeah, I said, I'm not here to make friends. I said, I'm not here to make friends. But he knew what I meant. He knew what I was saying. Because I'm like, bro, you're a fucking guy, first off. And I get it. People get excited about me because I am fucking legendary. But at the end of the day, I told Priya this. I'm not saying I'm like Michael Jordan, but like leave me alone. But I don't mind it. Like I say, I meet cool people all the time. Like I met these two chicas that were really fucking cool the one day. And I also meet a lot of guy friends there too. And I would love to play that Division 3 guy again. Oh man, he would get smoked by me now. But I want to play Pragma. Pragma is like Bush League. That'll be easy. Most matches are easy. I'd like to, like I say, I'd like a big match. I would like a big match. But the last story, yeah. The other story I wanted to tell was about the one time. Well, I'll say the one guy's name. The one guy, or we'll call him B Money. B Money. So I'm playing with B Money, and it's me. And well, it's because when we do teams, usually people will shoot. And a lot of times I'll get captain because I make the 3 before everybody. I'll get cap and I'll choose the best player right away. Like, so I'll be like B Money. So me and B Money are on the team. At that point, I don't even care who the fuck else is on the team. And me and B Money, man, I'll tell you how it goes because B Money can drive the paint and get easy layups, and I can shoot my shots, and B Money can shoot 3s. So him and I just pass back and forth like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, like, and I get open. Like, it doesn't matter how good you are, because you know what I'll do is I can run fast. Like B Money is the fastest person I've ever seen run there, and I can run just as fast as him. Him and I raced the one day, and we were just as fast. I've beaten him in one-on-ones. He hasn't beat me in one-on-one. He's like the best player there, B Money. And but there's a few really good players. Ghetto Senate is really good. B Money's really good. I'm really good. And there's a few others. Black Jesus is really good. You know, K Money, K Town. But I remember, so me and B Money, the one time, it was the last time I played competitive games, because I was like, usually people know I'll say no more than yes, or I'll sometimes play people in one-on-one. I like one-on-one 50 and the street games more, that are more like Battle Royale. I'd rather throw us all in a Battle Royale, let's use the best. And I usually win those too, or I'm usually close at the end, popping ice, going for it. But yeah, this game would be Money. I remember because like he'd have the ball up top, you know, and he would sometimes get in, or if he missed, I'll rebound, put it in. But I would just get open at the 3, and like I say, I don't play around. Like I'll do one move and then just shoot, because what is someone gonna do? And even if they jump, I have control of the ball and I'm fast. I'm gonna like fake them out and just shoot real quick. Not to mention, sometimes I get a little swizzy because I can go behind the back, between the legs. And it's funny because when people see me shoot, it demoralizes really quick. Because they're like, I remember K-Town, he'll always say, don't leave Dave open. He goes, don't, why I'm going to say his name, K-Town, he's like, don't leave Dave open. Do not give Dave easy, don't leave Dave open. Pretty much. You have to do something. You have to do something. Because for me, that's just shooting practice. At that point, I'm like, that's just shooting practice. But the one, I remember I had wrote it down. It was on the one video. Because sometimes I get footage of the live games, but I stopped only I record now if it's me shooting. But I just remember it was such a good feeling though, because it was like all the people that for all the months when I was going there every day learning this and that sometimes I had people shit talking, this and that, or, you know, I lost here and there. But then once I just started like, because, the reason it was so great the last time was because there was one day, it was like, I don't know what month it was, July or something. Or no, I think it was like after 4th of July, I don't know, it could have been before that. I think it was before that. Because I came back to vibing again. But the one day it was like Kobe Bryant tells stories like this, where I couldn't make a shot. Or like I was nervous. I was like, the vibe was off there. And it kind of like, those days can be demoralizing because you're like, God, I've been working so hard on this and that. I remember but like a champion, once it wasn't going well, I played a few games. I think I won one, lost two, missed most of my shots. And I was like, I was like, Dave, you're better than that. But sometimes when there's the pressure, then, or if you even are a little bit tense and like not loose, it just is like easy because you're gonna miss your shots. People are gonna get the ball. You're like doing stupid stuff, like the ball's hitting your leg or stupid stuff. But then to overcome that, where it was the same people, same situation, but then I was like the Michael Jordan, like coming back and beating the Pistons, you know? I was just like hitting everything. And people are like, people call, you know what's crazy is they're like joking. People at the basketball courts, they call me the GOAT. They'll be like, that's the GOAT or that's the king. Because, well, when we play King of the Court, I am King of the Court. I've been King of the Court for like 5 months there. But even, like, it's so funny. We've done King of the Court so many times. I lost King of the Court twice. I have lost King of the Court, but we'll do, you know, and there's been times, like sometimes you'll have a lot of ballers there. I love that. Like my favorite player, his name was Dimitri. Dimitri was my favorite player to play with because Dimitri was as good, if not better than me, but it was debatable, different styles. And I've beaten him in one-on-one, but he's beaten me. He beat me 2 times. He's maybe better, but I have beaten him. And once I started getting his number, we were a little more even, like in playing. But Dimitri, the reason he was my favorite is, and he was friends with the other friends I made, D-Town, all them. Yeah, it was fun playing with him because he would be like laughing and it would piss some people off because I laugh when I play too because like if I'm cooking someone or making shots, I start laughing and that can really upset people. But it's not a negative thing, it's just you're vibing. And I honestly don't talk shit. I usually don't talk shit or I'll say funny things. You know what the most shit talk that I say? And I'll read chat in a second. I say, anybody that's played me knows this, and so many people have been on my viral. I got like 400,000 views just from basketball videos, maybe 500,000. But I'll say, I'll say, like, or what do I say? I just had it. It was like, that's why they pay me on YouTube, or like that's how I got them views. And then even whenever I beat people, like I even kind of, like I said, I've done legendary things where sometimes groups of just like teams or people this and that will just show up. And sometimes I have kept the legend true because people be like, you think you're good, wait till you see Dave play. And then people be like, this guy with the Warcraft t-shirt. But like I say, sometimes when I'm warming up, it makes people want to play me. Because what they'll do is they'll be like, who's that guy? And they'll be like, oh, he's a YouTuber. Or he's a YouTuber. I stop telling people I'm a YouTuber unless it's like a good context. Because then they think it's not authentic. But ironically, making a clip every day made it that I played 10 to 12 hours a day. And I dribble, play. The last time I went there, I still make, it's always evolving. And don't worry, I'm going to get back to the courts. The next basketball video, we're going to be looking to do some, who knows, today I have to go run some errands. I might shoot a video later today, actually. But let me finish the rant about the basketball. But it was like, and Dimitri was fun to play with, and he was good. Too, if he was on my team, man, him and talk about if I made in that Kuroko no Basketball, that anime, the most popular basketball anime, and they made this movie that I need to see called The First Slam Dunk that I never saw yet. I think it comes out in America next year, the anime movie. Yeah, I used to love that, but I can really relate to, I played the basketball Kuroko plays in that, where he plays it, even while I'm different than Kuroko, because in Kuroko no Basketball, his gift is passing. I'm good at passing too, but my gift is shooting. I have really good handles, really good shooting, and my range is everywhere. Because I can shoot half court. That's the thing too is, Priya knows when I shoot my half court shots now, first try. I usually get a first try. Because it's just like a feel. I even right now, I can pretend like I'm there. It's like LeBron James shooting where I can just feel it out. Oh, but in Kuroko no Basketball, they had the Generation of Miracles, which was these 5 legendary basketball players. And sometimes even when I'm there, when I'm practicing, I'm pretending like I'm a Generation of Miracle. Oh, that's Dave, the YouTube god. A new street baller emerges. 95% shot percentage. Like, my percentages would probably be in the 80s. It'd probably be like 88% because I make most of my shots. Sometimes too, like I said, I'll go there and there'll be like other people that are like doing it on a college level, practicing this and that. And I make more shots, like even to the like, so, oh man, so bad I want to play in that college game. But I thought someday, once I'm slowly getting established, I just would like to rent out the court and have like private one-on-ones, private King of the Court tournament, have it be all Vibe people, like Dimitri, me, like the veterans, you know, like a real quality game. You know, I have a few places I could do that at too, but we'll worry about that down the road. That'll be like, who knows? It could be sooner than later. Because even if it's just me getting a little video, I love basketball. Like I say, I can just sit here and shoot foul shots. What's really funny too is I had a college coach me. Well, I had a few coaches. But one coach in particular, the day where I became the legend at the basketball courts, because at first I was like a novelty, I guess, because I was kind of good to have potential, but people were like, oh, if Dave keeps playing, Dave could get really good. Because I had fundamentals, like I can shoot, I can lay up, blah, blah, blah. But the one guy, everyone calls him Coach. And I didn't like Coach at first because he's like yelling at everyone. He's like, more on this, da-da-da, da-da-da. And we're just trying to vibe and listen to music. But the one day and the one time I even kind of told him to fuck off because he was like, oh, you do it like this. And I said, nah, bro. I like kind of took my ball and I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. But then I remember the one time Donnie was like, Dave, he goes, well, this was on a different day. It wasn't on that day. He said, let me drink some water real quick. D-Town the one day said, he goes, Dave, you ought to listen to Coach. And I said, why? I said, and he goes, believe it or not, Coach may be an asshole, or he comes off that way, or he's like loud and this and that, kind of annoying. And I think the guy was like an alcoholic, just to be straight up. Guy was like an alcoholic, because he always smelled like whiskey or booze or this or that. But it's like an old dude. But he used to, apparently, like Donnie goes, Dave, well, he taught on like a college level basketball for like 20 years, and he had a team that was like undefeated and this and that. He said the double champ may want to listen to Coach. So the one day I literally said, because I remember I said to Coach, I was like, when he was giving me some tips, I said, all right, and I started doing drills with him for a bit. That's the day when things changed for me, because he taught me the thing with my stance. He goes, why in your stance? And he goes, everything else is good. He taught me with the flow and movement, this and that, the flick. He goes, everything else was good. The moment I made that, I was able to play longer. My shots from anywhere were more grounded. And then he even told me, like, the moment it clicked, because I was like, he was putting me through like NBA exercises, and I'm just like hitting. And even people were like watching, they were like, oh shit, like Dave's getting good again. Like that would happen occasionally, but with his guidance, and it was like for just 3 hours, he just was teaching me this and that. And then he even went through the whole thing where sometimes I've had basketball coaches that are like yelling at you while you're shooting, but they're training you to be able to do it under pressure. And it's kind of necessary, but it gets annoying because like you just kind of want to shoot and play at a point. I think it serves a point, but then you can kind of like leave that training because, you know, whatever. But it happens. Like when I go to the college games, they get wild. They get really wild. I won't talk about too much. Well, I could talk about that in a little bit, and I can't wait for the next one. Those games have been so much fun. And the little thing that Priya knows, at the last one, before the game started, the Millie Walk song came on, and I started dancing. People clapped for me. It was crazy because, well, these two girls sitting behind me, when like a Millie Walk song came on, they were like already like, hey, and I looked at them and I got up and I just started doing, you know, what I do, but they were like, hey, and like I said, then I started like really getting into it, like shit like that, like just, I was pretending like I was doing a live stream and the whole place was like looking at me, but that's happened before where it's like, I'm just like owning the moment. If they had the cameras, I'd be on like the Jumbotron, you know, I'm Millie Walk, and I loved it, but I just, because I had spontaneously danced there like 20 minutes before, because like at the one time I was like, oh, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and a banger came on, and I just started like dancing. I just started dancing, and it was a rush, because after I did it, I acted like nothing happened and just sat down. But when I saw like the people went, they're like, woo! But clapping for me, because people don't normally fucking care about the music. Like what? Millie Wong. Oh my god. That was legendary. Oh my god. But I've done a lot of legendary things. And today I did some legendary stuff. But you know, like I said, we're gonna start setting the bar real low. The stream is about, like right now, it's kind of crazy. I've even spent this whole time talking, which I don't mind, because we're right on schedule. It's 1:49. But yeah, I told Priya this the other night, that going to the college basketball games is actually one of my favorite things in my life, because it's like going to see like Gladiator movie or like a cool movie or something, because you're going to get all this drama, an exciting game. It's like League of Lasagna right in front of you. That's what's so great about basketball. And like today, when I go to get the leaf blower and do my laundry and all that, I might go pick up some energy drinks, and I may get a quick basketball clip. You know, nothing crazy. Following the philosophy of the stream. Just I know how to do the tricks. I hit all my shots like the first try. It literally takes me 5 minutes. It takes me like 5 minutes. I don't necessarily want to do Spider-Man today. I'm going to just go as me today. No Spider-Man today for that. King of the court. Yeah, I am the king of the court. I'm the king. Well, some people say I'm the best player they've ever seen. That's some people. That's an opinion. That's fine. Some people say I'm the GOAT. Like I say, they go, Dave's the GOAT. It's kind of cool, because I like people that are actually friends with me there. When they go, who's this guy? And they go, you don't know Dave? They're like, Dave's the fucking GOAT. They're like, what? Like, they're like, Dave can do, because they get it. Like, the one day they had a football at the basketball court, and some of the guys were like, yeah, this and that. I said, give me that pigskin. They said, a pigskin? What is this guy, old school or something? I said, yeah, hardcore classic old school. Give me that pigskin. I grabbed that pigskin. Let me drink. And also, I got this from Dollar Tree the other day. Look how dope this is. The Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Black Panther, Captain America. Is that, that's Miss Marvel. I don't know who that is, actually. Who the fuck is that? Beedra. Yeah, who is that? But I saw this and I had to have it. Actually, I saw her first. But I was like, oh, Hulk and this and that. We'll have to look that up. Man, this has been fun. Let's fill up the drink. Filling up the drink. Yeah, I love basketball so much. I love it. But like I say, it's kind of fun and easy. And if I don't have to dress as Spider-Man, then there's no anxiety. Because I have a lot of confidence. Like when I go there, usually if no one's there, it's perfect. But if people are there, I just say, what up, this and that. I just get my video and get out. Even people now, though they know, I just say that I don't want to talk or whatever. I'm just like, oh, I gotta do this. I say I'm working. I'm working here. Let me just get my video and get out. Yeah, some people say, well, one thing I would say, in basketball, I'm very good. I would say I'm like a 9 out of 10 in basketball. Is there potential to get better? Yes. Will I be training every day next year when the weather gets really good again? And am I looking for a private court to make a viral hit video this month or next month? Yes, I am. Am I going to go, I've already gone to all the college basketball games. Yes, I am. Because you can always get better. Yeah, I'm good, so what? Of course, in my imagination, can I imagine myself being better? Yes. Yes. Are there new tricks I've never done yet? Yes, all the time. Even when I'm dancing, sometimes I do stuff when I'm dancing that I'm like, I've never done that before. I've never done it like this before. I've never done it like this before. Ooh, this feels good. Oh, it's perfect. And then, we will finish what we said we were going to do. We're going to do some Pilates real quick. Get your yoga pants out. Get your yoga socks on. We're going to do a little Pilates real quick. Then we're going to read from the Autobiography of a Yogi. Here, watch. This is going to be so funny. Copyright free fitness background music. This is fun. See, I'm having fun. This is generic gym music, copyright free. I hate being right in front. I like being here. Yeah, I like being here. Yeah, I do miss basketball. I love basketball. This is generic gym music? That's fine. This one's fine.
You and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy when we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy when we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah.
Give yourself a round of applause. Ooh, that was fun. All right, so we're gonna wrap. Well, it's almost 2:00. I might do a rocket racing or a game or a Valorant team deathmatch after the book reading. We're gonna get back. Like I said, and you know what's cool is, well, don't worry. In future streams, I probably won't talk for 2 hours. But today was a different example. I needed to vent myself, vocalize this. This was therapeutic for me. I feel much better. I feel collected. I feel present. I feel like I'm speaking my truth. And like I said too, I also wish to incorporate meditation into the stream, and I plan to. My goal would be, like even right now, well, how about this? We read the chapter, we do a quick 2-minute meditation together that I will guide as a yoga instructor right now. I will guide it. Get your Gita, everybody, get your Gita. Here. You didn't bring your Gita? Here. Here's a copy. Oh, you didn't bring Adiyogi from Sadhguru? Here's a copy. Everyone in class, oh, you didn't? You don't have the Science of Religion? Here's a copy. Oh, you don't have Swami Shankarananda's Creating a Life You Love, 1001 Intentions? Here, you get a copy. The Bhagavad Gita, once again, anyone forgot? Anyone showed up that forgot to get Swami Acharya Peter, Divine Love, Swami Shankarananda's Book of Love, Poetries, and Spirituality? Bluey, did you forget the Yoga of Jesus Christ? Yoga of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was a meditator. People don't know. Oh, you forgot? Here you go. Oh, the Autobiography of Yogi. Good job, Bluey. Good job. This is today's lesson, where Bluey is really good at reading. You know, Bluey, a lot of times whenever I do my basketball videos, Bluey, he reads his Gita every day for me and Priya. Yes. And he's going to take a bath later. Yeah, a bath. Yeah. Here we go. Bravo, bravo. I'm gonna pick, and also this is gonna get a little deep, guys. I'll tell you, this book, every time I've read it, and I've read it like hundreds of times, come back to it thousands of times, it opened, you know what it is? If you are a cup of tea, cheers, finish your drink. Maintain eye contact like we do in India. Cheers. Open your vessel, is what I'm saying. Cleanse the palate. All beliefs that you've had before today, this moment, you're here for healing, you're here for rejuvenation, you're here for the loving, healing light of Jesus Christ, Krishna, all the masters, and Yogananda included. I bow before all of these masters. I have studied under Swami Shankarananda's tutelage for 10 years at Divine Life Church. I have been studying Yogananda for the last 2 decades. I have met self-realization practitioners and institutions and people. And I am a bhakti of Yogananda, all these masters. I humbly bow before all of them, all of you. Let's begin. So cleanse that palate. You know, there's a yogic exercise real quick I can teach. Another master had taught me this. Breathe in love. It's a fullness. Breathe out negativity and hate within you and in the world. Visualize love, light, and healing. Breathe in slow through the nostrils or whatever's comfortable breathing completely. And when you exhale, like you're blowing out a candle, blow it out. Or you could do it slow, fast, but forceful is even better. Breathe in love. Breathe out hate. and negativity. Whether it's yours or someone else's, breathe it out. Wish for healing for them. Breathe in love. Breathe out hate. One more time. Breathe in love. I am love. Decree this. I am love. On the inhalation, I breathe out negativity and darkness. The only darkness I know is Shiva. And Shiva is the eternal darkness, permeating everything in all of existence, beyond all universes, galaxies, our beautiful Mother Earth, and all this beautiful land. Let us begin. Thank you for everyone for coming today. A round of applause would be appropriate now. Yeah, let's get that good energy going. We're doing some yoga. You get up off, and you get up off, and you get up off. So I'm looking for my favorite chapter. It's right here, page 456. One thing I love to do is smell books, and this is a new book. All right, everyone ready? Eye contact, yes, Priya. That is how we do it in India. Also, our Hindi lesson today, Namaste, aap kaise hai? That is, hello, how are you? And you may respond, main theek hu. That means, I am good. I am main theek hu. That's probably not a direct translation. Don't quote me on that. I just started Hindi, okay? Relax. Here we go. Chapter 43, The Resurrection of Sri Yukteswar, page 456 of the Autobiography of a Yogi. Lord Krishna, the glorious form of the Avatar, appeared in a shimmering blaze as I sat in my room at the Regent Hotel in Bombay. Shining over the roof of a high building across the street, the ineffable vision had suddenly burst on my sight as I gazed out of my tall, open, third-story window. The divine figure waved to me, smiling and nodding in greeting. When I could not understand the exact message of Lord Krishna, he departed with a gesture of blessing. Wondrously uplifted, I felt that some spiritual event was presaged. My Western voyage had, for the time being, been canceled. I was scheduled for several public addresses in Bombay before leaving on a return visit to Bengal. Sitting on my bed in the Bombay Hotel at 3 o'clock in the afternoon of June 19th, 1936, 1 week after the vision of Krishna, I was roused from my meditation by a beatific light. Before my open and astonished eyes, the whole room was transformed into a strange world. The sunlight transmuted into supernal splendor. Waves of rapture engulfed me as I beheld the flesh and blood form of Sri Yukteswar, that is Yogananda's guru in this book. But this is after he had left the body through Mahasamadhi, the conscious exit of leaving the body into joining spirit. It's when the wave becomes the sea completely, but that is what is samadhi. My son, Master spoke tenderly, on his face an angelic, bewitching smile. For the first time in my life, I did not kneel at his feet in greeting, but instantly advanced to gather him hungrily in my arms. Moment of moments, the anguish of past months was toll I counted weightless against the torrential bliss now descending. Master mine, beloved of my heart, why did you leave me? I was incoherent in an excess of joy. Why did you let me go to the Kumbh Mela? How bitterly have I blamed myself for leaving you. I did not want to interfere with your happy anticipation of seeing the pilgrimage spot where first I met Babaji. I left you only for a little while, Yogananda. Am I not with you again? But is it you, Master? The same Lion of God? Are you wearing a body like the one I buried beneath the cruel Puri sands? Yes, my child, I am the same. This is a flesh and blood body. Though I see it as ethereal, to your sight it is physical. From cosmic atoms, I created an entirely new body, exactly like that cosmic dream physical body, which you laid beneath the dream sands at Puri in your dream world. I am in truth resurrected, not on Earth, but an astral planet. Its inhabitants are better able than earthly humans to meet my lofty standards. There you and your exalted loved ones shall someday come to be with me. Deathless Guru, tell me more. Master gave a quick, mirthful chuckle. Please, dear one, he said, won't you relax your hold a little? Only a little. I had been embracing him with an octopus grip. I could detect the same faint, fragrant, natural odor that had been characteristic of his body before. The thrilling touch of his divine flesh still persists around the inner sides of my arms and in my palms whenever I recall those glorious hours. As prophets are sent on earth to help men work out their physical karma, so I have been directed by God to serve on an astral planet as a savior, Sri Yukteswar explained. It is called Hiranyaloka, or Illumined Astral Planet. There I am aiding advanced beings to rid themselves of astral karma and thus attain liberation from astral rebirths. The dwellers on Hiranyaloka are highly developed spiritually. All of them had acquired in their last earth incarnation the meditation-given power of consciously leaving their physical bodies at death. No one can enter Hiranyaloka unless he has passed on earth beyond the state of Sapakalpa Samadhi into the higher state of Nirpakalpa Samadhi. And we'll define these later, but they're different states of consciousness and realization. Hiranyaloka inhabitants have already passed through the ordinary astral spheres, where nearly all beings from Earth must go at death. There they destroyed many seeds of karma connected with their past actions in astral worlds. None but advanced devotees can perform such redemptive work effectively in the astral spheres. Then, in order to free their souls fully from all traces of astral karma, these aspirants were drawn by cosmic law to be reborn in new astral bodies, or Hiranyaloka, the astral sun or heaven where I am present to help them. There are only nearly perfected beings on Hiranyaloka who have come from the superior causal world. My mind was now in such perfect attunement with my gurus that he was conveying his word pictures to me partly by speech and partly by thought transference, so telepathy. I was thus quickly receiving his idea tabloids. So this is the same creative process I go through, where Priya knows this, where a lot of time during the day, it's almost like my ideas get revealed to me. It's like the only way I can describe the genius that I do with all the stuff that I do. It really is like on the creative plane, you can just create and do it all here, and then you just do the physical work out here. A lot of other geniuses like myself, like I think Quentin Tarantino's like that. Jay-Z with rapping, I started like doing that too with my raps. I just write the whole thing in my head and just write it. You know, I just like feel it out and write it. You have read in the scriptures, Master went on, that God encased the human soul successively in three bodies: the idea or causal body, the subtle astral body, seat of man's mental and emotional natures, and the gross physical body. On earth, a man is equipped with his physical eyes An astral being works with his consciousness and feelings in a body made of lifetrons. And there's a definition for lifetrons too, but we'll get into that. Well, I'll read it real quick. It's Hindu scriptures refer not only to atom and the beyond the atom, finer electronic energies, but also to prana, creative lifetronic force. Atoms and electrons are blind forces. Prana is inherently intelligent. The pranic lifetrons in the spermatozoa and ova, for instance, guide the development of the embryo according to a karmic design. Interesting. All right, back to the book. A causal body being remains in the blissful realm of ideas. My work is with those astral beings who are preparing to enter the causal world. Adorable Master, please tell me more about the astral cosmos. Though I had slightly relaxed my embrace at Sri Yukteswar's request, my arms were still around him. Treasure beyond all treasures, my guru who had laughed at death to reach me. There are many astral planets teeming with astral beings, Master begins. The inhabitants use astral planes or masses of light to travel from one planet to another, faster than electricity and radioactive energies. The astral universe, made of various subtle vibrations of light and color, is hundreds of times larger than the material cosmos. The entire physical creation hangs like a little solid basket under the huge luminous balloon of the astral sphere. Just as many physical suns and stars roam in space, so there are also countless astral, solar, and stellar systems. Their planets have astral suns and moons, but more beautiful than the physical ones. The astral luminaries resemble the aurora borealis, the sunny astral aurora being more dazzling than the mild rayed moon aura. The astral day and night are longer than those on Earth. The astral world is infinitely beautiful, clean, pure, and orderly. There are no dead planets or barren lands. Terrestrial blemishes, weeds, bacteria, insects, snakes are absent. Unlike the variable climates and seasons of Earth, the astral planets maintain the even temperature of an eternal spring, with occasional luminous white snow and rain of many colors, of many lights, colored lights. Astral planets abound in opal lakes and bright seas and rainbow rivers. The ordinary astral universe, not the subtle astral heaven of Hira and Yuloka, is peopled with millions of astral beings who have come more or less recently from the earth, and also in myriads of fairies, mermaids, fishes, animals, goblins, gnomes, demigods, and spirits, all residing on different astral planets in accordance with karmic qualifications. Various spheric mansions or vibratory regions are provided for good and evil spirits. Good ones can travel freely, but evil spirits are confined to limited zones. In the same way that human beings live on the surface of Earth, worms inside the oil, fish in water, and birds in air, so astral beings of different grades are assigned to suitable vibratory quarters. Among the fallen dark angels, expelled from other worlds, friction and war take place with lifetronic bombs or mental mantric vibratory rays. These beings dwell in the gloom-drenched regions of the lower astral cosmos, working out their evil karma. In the vast realms above the dark astral area, all is shining and beautiful. The astral cosmos is more naturally attuned than the earth to the divine will and plan of perfection. Every astral object is manifested primarily by the will of God and partially by the will called astral beings. They possess the power of modifying or enhancing the grace and form of anything already created by the Lord. He has given his astral children the freedom and privilege of changing or improving at will the astral cosmos. On Earth, a solid must be transformed into liquid or other form through natural or chemical processes, but astral solids are changed into astral liquids, gases, or energy solely and instantly by the will of the inhabitants. The earth is dark with warfare and murder in the sea, land, and air, my guru continued, but the astral realms know a happy harmony and equality. Astral beings dematerialize and materialize their forms at will. Flowers or fishes or animals can metamorphose themselves for a time into astral men. All astral beings are free to assume any form and can easily commune together. No fixed, definite natural law hems them round. Any astral tree, for example, can be successfully asked to produce an astral mango or other desired fruit, flower, or indeed any other object. Certain karmic restrictions are present, but there are no distinctions in the astral world about desirability of various forms. Everything is vibrant with God's creative light. And I'm going to take a little break there. We're going to put our X-Men bookmark. We got Jean Grey, Wolverine, Gambit, and Rogue. I used to love all of them. I still do. We're going to take a little break there, guys. So that was from the Autobiography of a Yogi, the best book ever written. That's from the chapter, the Resurrection of Sri Yukteswar, which I think is chapter 27. Or it was page... it was at like page 457. And it's chapter 43. Chapter 43, page 456. But this book, it pretty much, when people go, why should I meditate? Well, first off, it'll give you more quality of life. And now we're going to do a quick, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. Quick break, give me 1 minute. I'm going to play some music, and then we're going to do a quick meditation exercise. Okay. Bluey says hi. Bluey says hi. Yes, good Bluey. Bluey's being good. We'll put Bluey right here for the meditation. And you know what will probably assist, because I know this assists me. Oh, and then I can talk about that after. That'll do. I'm gonna lower the camera a bit. So first off, just stretch and get comfortable. Stretch and get comfortable. And I'll mute the mic in a second, so you're gonna hear the speakers, but just relax. Get comfortable, shake it out. Hallelujah. light form of Isha Kriya, modified slightly, but pretty much the gist of Isha Kriya. Real quick, I'm going to pause the music for instruction because then I'll play the relaxing music. We're going to practice a quick meditation practice. For those of you that have never done meditation, you can't do it wrong. You can only get a benefit. I am a 200 hours certified yoga instructor, but I'm also a Isha practitioner, but I do not, I only instruct Isha Kriya. I am not qualified yet to instruct Isha Sadhana, but this is just a free meditation that Sadhguru provides on YouTube. And I encourage that you check it out for Isha Kriya. Once again, ISHAKRIYA. But the way that I'm going to just kind of instruct this sadhana is, so we're going to, on the inhalation, we're going to be just reciting or thinking about, I'm not the body. On the exhalation, I'm not even the mind. So on every inhalation, we're just going to be in complete silence. Like I said, stretch. If you just got here, stretch, warm up your body, dance a little, move it up, but we're going to come to stillness. Meditation's all about stillness. And you don't have to do anything. It's about like conscious non-doing. You're being present, you're being. This is your source of I amness. This is God. This is the presence of God within you. God is not some it's within you. So a lot of meditation is also about bringing the attention back to the sadhana. So I'm not the body, I'm not even the mind for the beginning part of this. On inhale, exhale. Inhale, I'm not the body. Exhale, I'm not even the mind. And you can visualize your energies going up and down your Sushumna or your spine. You have masculine and feminine energy. Ida is the feminine, Pingala is the masculine, and it's the interlocking chakra path. Sushumna is in the center of the spine. So we want, like a lot of meditation, if you notice, it's about getting the body fluid. A lot of sun salutations, they're forward folds, they're down dogs, they're serpent, whatever. It's all about the spine. And so we ease into your yoga is everything you do. And like in the yoga training I have, they say your drishti is your focal point. So if you're in a yogic pose, you can focus on your drishti should be your breath. Or even like where you're gazing. So I'm not the body, I'm not even the mind. Or you can just, once again, for the beginning, you can just focus on your breath. But I always encourage just calmly, without any training, just closing your eyes like that, and right between the eyebrows, slightly above, right in between. Just focus in that area. And sometimes, like I say, just be open to any experience that can happen. And if nothing happens, perfect. You're actually doing it perfectly if nothing happens. Because many times when I meditate, something always happens for me, but that's a whole different conversation. I want you to gently it's you know how like in life they say you don't want to too much effort and you don't want to have too little where you're being lazy. A gentle attention, relaxed attention on the I'm not the body, I'm not even the mind, focusing at the point between the eyebrows, and we're just trying to inhale and out. That's going to be the first part. We'll just do it for like a few minutes in silence. Maybe I'll start with the auditory and then I'll get quiet and we just do it together for a minute or two. And then, I was thinking Om chanting. Then we'll do an Om chanting, which is just Ah, U, Ah, U, And you should feel the resonation below Manipura, the navel outlet. So that's the you should feel a vibration lower, below the belly. Ooh, you should feel around Anahata, also known as the heart chakra. And the should be around Vishuddhi, the throat chakra. And so we'll do that for the second part. We'll do Om maybe 21 times. And then we're going to conclude with slightly relaxing the head back, but just staring up between the point between the eyebrows. Anywhere that feels comfortable to you, just relax it in this area. and you're gonna you can leave the mantra at that point. You can still focus on I'm not the body, I'm not even the mind if you so desire. But at this point, we're actually trying to just be Shamba. We're just being in the moment. You're just being with the breath. If you're gonna do anything, if your brain starts bothering you, like, what do I have to do for my groceries or this or that, blah, 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 just say, oh, we'll get to it after. Right now I'm focusing on my breath and relaxing, and it's almost like before you go to bed, but we're also maintaining that focus. So once again, just to reiterate, first part, inhalation, I'm not the body for the length of that. Exhalation, I'm not even the mind. I'll start with audio cues and I'll become silent. We'll do it together. Then we're going to do Om chanting 21 times. Ah, ooh, And you should feel it in these spots. But just if you don't want to focus on that, just do the chant. Out loud. And then after that, do nothing other than focusing on your breath and relaxing your focal point between the eyebrows. And I'll do a mantra. When I start doing a mantra, I'll start the exercise with a mantra, I'll end with the mantra, and then the meditation session will have been concluded. At that point, I probably will end the stream and go take care of the responsibilities I gotta do, come back, and then cook dinner and figure everything out. So I haven't even eaten today yet, so this is perfect. All right, here we go. Like I said, I'm gonna have to whatever. We'll turn the music low. So stage 1, guys. Inhale, I'm not the body. Exhale, I'm not even the mind. Any distractions or sounds outside of you, do your best to just ignore. Relax, get into your spiritual body, feel into your skin. Feel into your skin. Inhale, I am not the body. Exhale, I am not even the mind. Inhale, I am not the body. Exhale, I am not even the mind. Continue this for a few moments. Hey. Hey. So I'm gently going to bring you guys back. Asatoma Sargamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Mritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Okay, and then a few deep breaths, and if anything, well, I extended the sadhana a little longer. I'm kind of an advanced yogi, so I could continue. I started actually, like I say, a lot of times it's about me easing into something and getting my body loose, and a lot of yoga too, and yoga practice is about getting the body relaxed so it can be still, open, loose, and pliable so that it may be still and present. I feel great. I feel great. I hope you all enjoyed that as well. That actually, it felt like it was like it was like the first time I taught yoga in years. Sometimes me and Priya will share yoga with each other and all that. But if anything, I wanted to make that a conscious effort on my stream of doing my dharma, which is your duty in life. And I am a yoga instructor, and I got certified, and I practice yoga every day, at least an hour a day. But I thought that would be another way of making the stream an enjoyable thing for me, is to share my level of realization that I have that is in my personal testimony, because it's my life and I experience my life. And what's funny too is, well, today it's almost 3 p.m. and I have not eaten yet today. My body just my stomach just started growling, but when you do sadhana, you feel like so full. If anything, when I eat now, I'll be so relaxed and I'll receive it in such a different way. Thank you so much for everyone for joining me with this. Before I conclude the stream, I just want to give my heartfelt blessings to everybody. Thank you for all of your support. If you can afford it, get a Booyah t-shirt. Next month, a new t-shirt will be coming out, and like I said, slowly I'm gonna try to make it that I can digitally print the t-shirts at my new place of work. But for now, we're gonna use Etsy and this other site. And but if you want a Booyah t-shirt, I'm gonna be getting one soon, and I'll be making commercials for that. We'll probably do this yoga stream every day, or whenever pretty much any day I can, I will. Even if I only stream for like an hour just for the yoga and maybe read a little from the book. That's gonna be it. I think that's it for me today. Like I said, I'm gonna go take care of everything while the sun's still out. Wanna wish you all well, whatever country you're from, wherever you're from. And if you can, well, like I say, even if the only meditation you do is while watching my stream, it's a win. Because meditation is like brushing your teeth. When you start doing it, you see the benefits of it, and you start to look forward to doing it, or every day you do it many times a day. Meditation is something you can do, even the I'm not the body, I'm not even the mind mantra. You can practice, you can focus on that throughout the day. Remember to just be still, you don't have to try to be yourself. You don't have to try to realize yourself. You are that bliss. You are divine. Remember this, you are divine. Decree these things, affirm these things. Also be good to yourself. Right now, it'll sound crazy, but you know what? It works. I want you guys, you can mentally do this or say it out loud. They're both just as effective. It just depends on the person. Say to yourself, I like myself right now. I like myself. I am worthy. I deserve good things in life. I love myself. I like myself. The more you say that, ironically, the more you're going to love other people or be good when you have to go out in this world and you're going to come across a million things. Just say, I like myself, or I'm doing my best. I like myself. I love myself. I love life. Be life-oriented. I love my life. I love doing this. And I'll leave you with that. Everyone be well. I bow before you, and we'll be back tomorrow with another yoga stream. And there's a good chance I might play some games online tonight, but we'll see. Like I said, I want to go eat big dinner, go take care of the leaf blower stuff, do all that. Thank you again. Wow, long message. There we go. And this. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect combo. Perfect combo. We'll hang on for another minute, actually. Perfect. Perfect combo. Got him. Nice. And you know what? Something I want to share, even if that person is still watching. I wish you the best. I bow before you. You know, if anything, like I said, I even thought I'd take a lot of joy in knowing of making sadhana and meditation and love and light. And like I said, we'll allow, if someone wants to say something, we'll just take care of it. We'll do it in a mature, what do you call it? Yeah, mature fashion. You get to a point in life where wisdom is living what you know. Wisdom's not just knowing it, it's acting on it. So that's a perfect situation. If anything, thank you. Thank you. Round of applause for that. That was a perfect opportunity. I'm proud of myself for handling that perfectly too. Round of applause, everybody. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. You get a buff and you get a buff. Be right back. Ooh, you know what I know? We're going to end the show with a light dance show. We're going to end the show with a light dance show. I'm going to go take care of my responsibilities. And then I'll be back tonight to stream some more probably. We'll probably do Warcraft, maybe Warcraft 3 Reforged tonight. Also, I wanted to... That's fine. What was I going to do? Yeah, light dance show. Let's end the show with a light dance show. Then I'll be back. Be right back. I'm gonna find the song I vibe with and with the light dance show, and then, like I said, I'll be back. Sometimes it takes a second. I could pick one too. Oh, this is a banger. Yeah, all right, here we go. Like you buy twice. See it here first. Stars align. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a blessed and happy day. We're gonna do another one for our big fan here. Big fan. For my big fan. Here, one second, I'm taking care of something real quick, guys. There we go. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Now I feel better. Perfect. Time to take care of business. Like I say, I like to be efficient these days. These days I'm super efficient. Alright, let's do one more for our big fan. What's the vibe? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for yourselves. What a stream today. What a stream. Dang, dude, we're really getting on top of things. Wow. Not bad. Not bad. 3 hours have flown by. Oh boy. Okay, we'll end on that, guys. Great seeing everyone. Gonna go take care of responsibilities, leaf blower duties, yard duties, picking up big dinner. Catch you guys later.